Robyn Brown is secretly newly married and has a child, as you all know. Robyn Brown is the fourth wife of Kody Brown, a polygamist and reality TV star featured on the show Sister Wives. He is very calm. Kody and his son named Solomon Brown. But Robyn long ago secretly married the man of her heart and gave her new husband a child. Who is her secret new husband? How did they get married? When did Robyn Brown have a baby? We will know everything in a little bit, because before that I tell you another important thing. Want to say? Robyn Brown is blocking the Brown family's healing on Sister Wives. As Sister Wives Season 19 wrapped up with a powerful two-part finale, it became increasingly clear that Robyn Brown is a major obstacle in the Brown family's healing process. The first half of the season, which aired in late 2024, focused on the fractured relationships between Kody Brown and his former wives, Meri, Janelle, and Christine. With those relationships over, Kody was left in a monogamous marriage with his fourth wife, Robyn. The second half of the season took a somber turn, documenting the family's grief over the tragic loss of Janelle and Kody's son, Garrison Brown, who died by suicide in March 2024. Robyn refuses to acknowledge her favoritism, which only makes things worse. During the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all, Robyn was asked if she believed Kody had favored her throughout their polygamist marriage. This favoritism was a driving force behind the collapse of Kody's relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine. Yet, Robyn claimed she didn't believe she was treated differently. Her dismissive attitude, especially her awkward quip, "Moo. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care," came across as tone-deaf and flippant. Robyn's unwillingness to acknowledge how she's perceived within the family dynamic is a serious barrier to reconciliation. If she would simply admit that the way she and Kody functioned in the family created an imbalance, she might be able to earn back some respect. Denial only deepens the rift. Recognition of past favoritism could be the first step toward mending some of the broken relationships, especially with the children from Kody's previous marriages. Robyn still clings to a broken dream. She keeps repeating the same message. Despite everything that's happened, Robyn continues to suggest that Kody's relationships with his ex-wives could be repaired. This optimism now feels more like denial. Her persistence in pushing for a family reunion seems more like an effort to save face than a realistic hope for unity. Robyn's insistence on rekindling impossible bonds only encourages Kody to keep grasping for control over his exes, something that continues to create friction rather than healing. At this point, Robyn's role as the last wife standing puts her in a unique position, but rather than using that role to bring closure or clarity, she appears to be clinging to a fantasy. The family functioned as a relatively stable polygamist unit before her arrival. Since then, things have steadily unraveled, and her refusal to acknowledge that shift makes her seem disconnected from reality. She evades accountability, especially during the tell-all. One of the most frustrating aspects of Robyn's behavior during the tell-all special was her evasiveness. When asked difficult questions, she either avoided answering or gave vague, unhelpful responses. This lack of accountability only deepens the resentment felt by Kody's ex-wives and children. Rather than contributing to an honest and healing dialogue, Robyn's presence feels like a barrier to progress. Robyn and Kody's lavish spending sparks resentment. The unequal use of family money. Financial strain and inequality have long been underlying issues in the Brown family, but Kody and Robyn's spending habits have added fuel to the fire. After purchasing the Coyote Pass property with the shared dream of building a plural family homestead, Robyn and Kody ended up with the largest portion of the land and made costly upgrades, including a heated driveway. They now live in a 7,884-square-foot mansion in Flagstaff, Arizona, worth $2.1 million. Their luxurious lifestyle stands in stark contrast to the modest means the rest of the family had to make do with, especially during the final years of the plural arrangement. Many, including Brown children like Michaelty and Gwendolyn, have spoken out about the inconsistency in how family money was spent. Some even raised concerns about potential misappropriation of funds, particularly when it came to Robyn's frequent spending on items like expensive dolls and designer clothes. The bottom line, Robyn is at the heart of the problem. Robyn Brown's continued denial, her role in encouraging Kody's delusions of reconciliation, and her contribution to the family's financial disparities have made her a central figure in the Brown family's breakdown. Rather than promoting healing, she often seems to be preserving a version of the past that no longer exists. Until Robyn takes responsibility for her role in the collapse of the family and changes her approach, any hope of genuine reconciliation feels impossible. Sister wives. Kody Brown keeps rewriting history to justify his actions. Throughout the breakdown of his plural marriages, Sister Wives star Kody Brown has repeatedly reframed the past to protect his ego. Now, it seems he's gone from self-preservation to outright cruelty, especially when speaking about the women he once called his wives. Kody and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn Brown, originally aimed to prove that polygamy could work if done with love and respect. But by season 16, the cracks in their foundation were undeniable. Christine was the first to leave, followed by Janelle and Meri, leaving Kody in a monogamous marriage with Robyn. Kody romanticizes meeting Robyn. He's rewriting the narrative to glorify his true love. During the Sister Wives Season 19 one-on-one specials, Kody waxed poetic about the moment he met Robyn. In a clip shared by TLC on TikTok, he recounted their fateful first meeting in church, saying they locked eyes and he couldn't look away. Robyn echoed the sentiment, describing it as a moment when a bolt of lightning shot through her body. Kody became emotional as he told host Sukanya Krishnan, "You can't lose when God is your wingman. It's absolutely precious to me, the memory of it all." But in painting his connection with Robyn as a once-in-a-lifetime love story, Kody simultaneously diminishes his relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine. He insists that he never felt anything like that with his other wives, even though Christine has said their early connection felt just as powerful. His repeated insistence that Robyn made him feel safe and vulnerable sends a clear, painful message. The others never did. Kody flip-flops on whether he ever loved his other wives. He uses love as a weapon. Kody's contradictions about his past relationships are not just confusing, they're harmful. At times, he claims he never truly loved Meri, Christine, or Janelle. Other times, he says those statements were made in moments of anger. During the one-on-one, he admitted, "I don't know what kind of state of mind I was in, other than super angry. I loved all 3 of them. I loved them all." This back and forth seems less about honesty and more about control. By cherry-picking which memories to highlight and which to downplay, Kody keeps his former wives off balance and perpetuates a narrative that centers his pain, not theirs. Hyping up Robyn is Kody's way of undermining his exes. He sends